The Messerschmitt 210 was initially intended to replace the obsolete Bf-110 fighter bomber. It developed into the Me410 Hornet in 1942. The German Me410 established its reputation as a bomber destroyer by employing underwing mortars and a 5 cm BK gun. It was also utilized as a fighter bomber, heavy fighter reconnaissance platform, and bomber interceptor, making it a strong opponent for the American B-17 flying fortresses. The Hornets' efficiency was so astonishing that the Fuhrer dubbed them the backbone of home air defense. However, its development resulted in numerous losses, casting doubt on Hitler's great promises. Germany's rearmament in the 1930s resulted in the creation of heavy fighter aircraft as a response to improvement in the air combat after World War I. Major international powers such as the United States, UK, France, Germany, Japan, and the Soviet Union were experimenting with novel designs to protect Allied heavy bombers and blast enemy formations. Germany's Messerschmitt Bf-110, which underwent various upgrades, proved to be a dependable weapon, commanding air attacks in Poland in 1939 and blitzkrieg battles in Norway and France in 1940. However, its weak maneuverability became apparent during the Luftwaffe attack against Britain during the Battle of Britain, when it fell easy prey for quicker, more maneuverable British aircrafts. The Bf-110, according to historian Martin Windrow, was immediately identified from a great distance with inadequate acceleration and speed for battle avoidance. Its broad wing and tail surfaces, as well as its wide turning circle, made it an excellent target. The Luftwaffe sought a successor, and the Bf-110 was reduced to the position of a night fighter. The aircraft performed admirably in this capacity, shielding the nation from the air raids by the American 8th Air Force. Willy Messerschmitt, the company's CEO, was tasked by the Ministry of Aviation with developing a better version of the Bf-110, which he called the Bf-210. The Messerschmitt Me210 was a twin-engine aircraft designed by the Messerschmitt in 1939 to replace the Bf-110. After the Reich invaded Poland in 1939, the Ministry of Aviation ordered a new aircraft. The Me110 was a revolutionary design that had a glass greenhouse-style cover for 2 crew members. Despite employing many Bf-110 parts, the Me210 featured a shorter nose and was situated above the aircraft's center of gravity. The Me210 was designed to take the place of the Bf-110. The Me210 was a military aircraft with a unique internal bomb bay, a revolutionary wing designed for faster speeds, and a defensive weapon system controlled remotely. Its primary armament consisted of 2 7.92mm MG-17 machine guns and 2 20mm MG-151 autocannons. The gunner controlled the weapons remotely, giving him a wide range of motion to strike hostile aircraft while preventing him from blasting his own tail off. The Me210 was intended to hit 620 km per hour, outpacing the Bf-110 by more than 80 km. However, modest flying maneuvers caused the aircraft to become unstable, stalling and spinning. Engineers sought to fix the problem by replacing the original twin-fin assembly with a single vertical fin. During World War II, the Me210, a vital aircraft of the Luftwaffe, experienced various obstacles. The Hungarian Air Force used the most modern variant, the Me210C, to battle the Soviets. Only 300 of the planned 1,000 aircraft were constructed and delivered to the front lines. Luther Hartz, a Luftwaffe radio operator and gunner, remembers flying a Me210 and being handed a new one for the night fighter duty. Several mishaps happened during the training, with planes falling out of the sky. During World War II, the Me210, a powerful fighter aircraft, encountered several issues, including a fuselage of 1 meter too short and a damaged SR's material section. Due to these limitations, the Luftwaffe was unable to mass produce the plane. Therefore, many crews were assigned to Bf-110s. The potential Me410 aircraft was created but arrived too late in the war. One Me410 shot down a captured American aircraft, a Mustang, during training. The Luftwaffe should have been aware of these difficulties prior to mass producing. The Me410 Hornet was an enhanced version of the Me210 design, with stronger Daimler-Benz DB603A engines providing a peak speed of 625 km per hour as well as a faster climb and cruising speeds. With 4 shackles beneath the wings holding 50 kg bombs, the Hornet could carry more bombs. These improvements were made feasible by lengthening the fuselage and adding leading edge slats for increased stability. The German Hornet was armed with 2 20mm guns and 151mm cannon and 2 7.92mm MG17 machine guns. It also included remote-controlled 13mm 131 machine guns, which increased its defensive capability. Beginning in January 1943, deliveries were warmly received by the crews. The Me410 was effective against opposing formations, particularly bombers. However, it posed an issue for British night fighters and bombers flying into Germany at night. The Luftwaffe improved the Hornet's weaponry by installing a 5 cm BK cannon based on the Wehrmacht 5 cm Akumfolgen Corona 39 tank gun. Using a very precise ZFR-4A telescope sight, the purpose was to put maximum damage to American bombers such as the B-17 flying fortresses. The new bomber destroyer layout had a powerful cannon, an undernose bay, and more machine guns. The defensive fire of the B-17s was designed to bombard hostile aircraft before they came into the range. The BK cannon included a magazine and system that controlled loading and recoil. The Hornet was emphasized as the backbone of domestic air defense by the Fuhrer, who claimed it was efficient against enemy bomber formations. They adjusted their defensive approach though and deployed escort aircraft to protect them. The Hornets fall prey to more nimbly enemy aircraft such as the Mustangs and Spitfires. By mid-1944, the Hornet has been phased out of production and had been replaced by single-engine fighters for bomber-destroyer role. Surviving examples were deployed on reconnaissance missions. Thank you for watching my video. You can find more videos on German aircrafts from World War II on this channel. Subscribe if you like more content like this.